my name is Amanda Joy Anderson, and this is The Observer and the Oracle. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. And I want to say thank you to everyone that subscribed. I'm super excited for you guys to be joining me on this journey. So today we are talking about Scorpio moon. Now, I'm a Scorpio moon in the 12th house, conjunct Pluto. Exciting. And I'm also a Scorpio rising. So these energies are very hard for me to like split up because I'm trying to understand it from each sign. So if you check out my Scorpio rising videos, you may also resonate with those. So, Scorpio moon. What is the Scorpio moon? Well, this is a very primal energy. And what I mean by primal is that it's very animalistic. And so, people with a Scorpio moon, you have this animalistic nature in modern times. And so it can be very hard to deal with because what you would do normally out, like what an animal would do normally out in nature, you can't necessarily do in human times. So let's give examples of that. So like food, shelter, fucking, like boundaries and the will to survive. This is a very primal, raw energy. So, like in nature, like if an animal came after you, you know, you would be able to fight that animal, but we can't act that way as humans. So, what happens is this primal nature through growing up becomes suppressed or even repressed because of whether it's trauma or pain or certain ways that we're not able to express these energies. Now, I'm a big believer in like don't repress, express. So to be able to work with these energies in a healthy way, physical exertion is really good. So any kind of physical activity, going to the gym, doing yoga, anything that's going to exert this energy. Now, also, I would say, like, for me personally, I listen to death metal. So that helps with releasing the anger part. Because Scorpio moons, like it is a tough energy. And because your pretty much existence is like based on survival, and surviving tough situations, like, sometimes anger can come up because of painful memories and things like that. So it's always important to deal with these energies in a roundabout way, because what can happen, what I've experienced, is that the repression, suppression of these energies will start to build up, and they build up like a pressure release valve. So you can end up going off on people, or if you retain all this energy inside of you, you can start to have almost these poltergeist, psychokinetic experiences, where just a lot of paranormal starts to happen, and people's darkness can even come to you, and it gets very strange when there is not a release of emotions. And so I always like to say express, not repress. So try to find a healthy way to be able to express these primal energies. A Scorpio moon is deeply intuitive. They do not need tarot cards. They do not need astrology. And they do not need crystals. They have the universe inside of them. They have the whole spirit world inside of them. So they are these natural channels of energy. They're able to feel energy shift in a room based on when people walk in. They are able to feel spirits and frequencies and all these types of energy because they are so sensitive to the most subtle energies. And this is what makes them like a human lie detector. And they can pick up on these lies. Now, whether if they're going to confront you about it or let you continue your story, that's probably, they'll just kind of see what's going on and see like how far you want to go with it. But they're super sensitive and they can feel this like radiate in their cells. And this all comes back to that primal energy because, like, think about like a lion out in the wilderness, like they are going to pick up on these subtle energies and, because that's how they survive. That's how they know that a cheetah is stalking them or something like that. So a Scorpio moon has the ability to pick up on all these primal energies. And it could even be like you could be sitting at a bar and some dude staring you down from across the bar. You don't even have to look at him, but you can feel him. So you're just going to continue to look at the TV and act like nothing's happening, because that is the whole Scorpio moon thing. Scorpio moons are deeply psychic, and they can reach into your subconscious and pull out your fears and all your worst nightmares and completely expose them if they wanted to. But typically we don't like to do that because there's always karma associated with that. So that is something to be said for their nature and their power, because they're just deeply in tune. They are able to pick up thought patterns, pain patterns. They are extremely powerful catalysts for healing. So they can give you this great wisdom or perspective that you did not realize existed, to help change your world. They see things in people. They see energy in people that would help them change careers or move towards their new life path. Because they see these energies or they feel them from a very deep level. And they can see into people's experiences. They have precognition. They can see into the future. Not all of it's at will. Sometimes it just happens. For myself, I have dreams about any romantic partner that I've ever had. I've had a dream about them before I met them, and I knew so many things about them. And so this is just part of that energy. Scorpio moons do soul work, not just in waking life and through meditation, but they do it through their dreams. They are able to process emotions and rise above any type of opposition that they have currently going on just through their dream work. And so like when I sleep at night, I don't have what you would call a restful sleep, and I wake up and I'm like, good morning world. No, normally I wake up like, what the fuck just happened? Or like, oh my God, like what the hell was that? Because typically I'm either fighting, saving, or just experiencing a completely different world when I am sleeping. So I don't ever have like a restful sleep. It's very rare. And that's another thing about like when you have suppressed emotions, like for me, I will get cut off from my dream world. So I have to visually analyze what's going on in my everyday life to figure out what is happening through my emotions and what emotions am I suppressing, because that's just another thing that will happen to me if I suppress my dream world. Now, when a Scorpio moon is dealing with their emotions can be physically painful. For myself, I can feel all of my chakras, and I can feel the pain in my chakras, and I can recall this pain instantly. And any trauma I've ever experienced, any memories I've ever experienced. And so when I do go through, because I do have them, emotional breakdowns, they will be physically painful. My whole body will start shaking from them. They're just extremely intense. Just going to the grocery store as a Scorpio moon can be an intense experience. We could purposely park all the way in the back so that way we don't have any discrepancies with people, and then we go in at times where there's not a lot of people, because coming out of the grocery store, I go in and I sit in my car afterwards, and it's just this decompression of all this energy that is not mine. Scorpio moons are very protective of their own, and they have no problem lashing out or stating their boundaries over their family members, their friends, their children. At the same time, a Scorpio moon can either have a very intense bond with their mother, or if they don't have that intense bond with their mother and there needs to be some healing in that area, it's always good to work with divine energies, like feminine energies, to help heal that bond, because it is the moon, it is connected to the mother. And if you do have some type of discrepancy with the mother energy, make sure you're able to go in and heal those wounds, because it can shut down some of the feminine energy trying to rise in the Kundalini. Because this energy is sacred, a Scorpio moon wants to keep their relationships sacred and pure. So anything that is not of truth, not of honesty, and not of integrity, they typically want nothing to deal with, because these are the types of energies that trigger that primal energy. There is many layers to this energy, and to be completely honest, this is just the surface stuff. I want to do a survival guide for you guys, and I'm also going to go into more of the dream energy, because that's where we get deep and we get to have a lot of fun in there. So I'm super excited about that. So thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.